Good morning, everybody. It is week 18, and it's really hard to believe that it's been 18 weeks that we've been doing this now. It doesn't feel like that long. But I am so honored to have each and every one of you on this journey, watching me make mistakes and fail horribly, but I think we had fun doing it. So thank you so much for tagging along, and I'm going to switch you guys over and we'll get started, and I'll save the chat for the end. Okay, so we have epically failed this year. I really mean it. Things were going mostly good until fall came, obviously, and I think a lot of the plants had a rough time transitioning. If you can see, my basil has pretty much just come to the end of its life, I think. I don't know if it's lack of light or what, but they kind of just, all the leaves fell off. This basil is starting to do the same thing, so I've been just picking these off of them, and I've made sauce a few times with them. You can see the oregano has some new growth at the ends, but it's really light green, which I think is due to lack of light. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and harvest these and overwinter them in my entryway so that they don't get cold enough to kill the roots, but so that they can kind of just lay dormant for the year until springtime, and then we can put them back in big pots. And I try not to cover the mic, guys. I swear to God, it's a work in progress. I'm trying. We have new growth popping out of our peppers. I honestly wasn't expecting a whole lot off of these because once you clip them, they're all kind of just in a dormant state. But these are doing good. There's no signs of mold or anything. So we're just hoping that these ones make it till spring. I'm very hopeful with these ones, unlike a lot of the other things that I'm working on. All right. And okay. I'm not going to show you guys these today, but this is what we're going to be diving into in the next few weeks. Some seed catalogs, and you guys can check all this cool stuff out with me. There's some killer stuff, like even these. Oh my gosh. But I ain't got no coffee today, so we're just drinking our lemon balm tea, which is actually kind of delicious. So, and excuse my messy house, I'm kind of disorganized. Okay, so over here we have all of these are really all we got from our harvest. So my friend was very, very kind to bring me some of hers. So this is what I'm going to be processing over the next few days. Get all these. We're probably just going to chop most of them up and freeze them. And these are just store-bought pickles, but as you can see, I kind of, when it comes time to processing, if I notice that they're going to go bad faster than I can process, pickling is what I do. And I don't always have the stuff to set up my own pickle jars, so I use what the store gave me, and I repurpose. So this is just store-bought pickle juice that I have thrown. You can see there's some of my lemon cucumbers in there. There's some of the red jalapenos. There's a little bit of regular pickling cucumbers. They're little baby ones that I picked. So, yeah, and these are some cucumbers from my garden, too, that I just kind of threw in there. It doesn't taste quite the same, but it's good in a pinch if you need to keep something from going bad. We have our ground cherries, which we got a big handful, but I don't think any of them are even good. Like, they're very, 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 very tiny. They're not ripening. So that was kind of a bust, just like a lot of the other things this year. But this is just some of the tomatoes. We have eaten a lot of them already, the ones that were ripe, but these are all the leftover green ones that we pulled off the plants that we had hanging downstairs. And I think this one and this one are the green evergreens. So these are actually ripe right now, so we can eat these. And I'm not sure what happened with most of the tomatoes. I don't know if I was just too slow at bringing them inside or if it was a nutritional deficiency of some kind, but it looks like some blossom end rot, but it's not on the bottom of the blossom, it's at the top. So a lot of the tomatoes turned out like this. We just ended up cutting the top half off, and the rest of it tastes good. So I have in here my little tomato shelf I have these in here with apples. There was bananas in here, but they got brown. But basically, this just helps them all ripen faster, which it definitely works compared to the ones on the counter that are not ripening very quickly. These are all the black Krims. And you can see even the ones that were underdeveloped are starting to ripen now. Some gorgeous tomatoes. I'm really kind of bummed out that we didn't get more, but like I said, it's all learning experiences, guys. It's really what it comes down to. Oh, I was going to show you. If I can avoid showing you my whole dirty house in the meantime. This, if you can even see it. This is the black walnut tincture that we made about 8 weeks ago now. And these are the hulls, the outer part of the black walnut, that the green part when they fall off the tree. It oxidizes very quickly, which they were bright green and they turn black. What's in here is just grain alcohol. So we will drop 20 drops of this in some water twice a day and start drinking this. And this is supposed to get rid of parasites. So I'm not cool with little hosts living in me. So that's the route we're going. Okay, let's see if there's anything else I forgot out here. I really don't think so. So, we are going to the room. Okay, guys. Walking to the bedroom. And, okay. So, I'll show you guys the plants in a minute, but lesson time. I had really, really high hopes for these, and I was hoping that we were going to be able to overwinter these and get them through to the spring, get me through to the spring, let's be honest. But I think that the lesson here is that I need to learn to let go. I've never been good at that, and I like to be in control of everything in my life, and when things don't go as planned, I don't take it very well. So it's something I'm working on, but my plants are a bust. My tomatoes and my peppers and my cucumbers were a bust. Got lots of beans this year. There's still carrots and radishes out there that are going, and some kale and cabbage too. Oh, and the Brussels sprouts, so it's not completely over yet, but it's getting to be that time. Everything that I brought inside, I'm thinking, is probably not going to survive, and I'll show you why in a second, but I think that I just need to find other hobbies. So if you have any ideas of what you like to do in the winter time, or things that you would like me to talk about, or whatever, we'll figure this out together. But I'm going to go ahead and show you what all is wrong with my plants, because there's more than one thing. So here we go. Okay. So aside, I showed you guys all the brown blossoms and the fruit that was dropping. And then we got the aphids. And I tried to use Dawn dish soap with these, but they just are coming back full force. I think it's because there's no other predatory insects to kill them off indoors like there was outside. So that definitely is something. It looks like this fungal, whatever it was, is taking over. A lot of the lemon balm has just started dying back, and it's not for lack of watering. And there's no mold that I'm noticing on this one, but yep, that's mold, guys. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely cut these like the stems that I have out in the kitchen, and I'm going to completely wash off the roots like I did with the others and put them in some brand new sterile potting soil so that we don't have to worry about mold and bacteria and all this other stuff that is quickly taking out these plants. But the ones that are out there that I overwintered that way seem to be doing extremely well. So I think that we're just going to have lots of pepper plants that we're going to be able to plant in the springtime. So if we can just keep the rest of them alive. But I think that all of these are most likely just going to have to go because the fungus is taking over, and with the mold in here, I'm just not really feeling that. So I'm not sure I want to deal with trying to remediate that all freaking winter. It's only beginning. I'm hoping that these kohlrabis get a little bit thicker before I pull these though, because I've never grown kohlrabi before, but they seem to be working pretty good. These are doing better than the rest of the stuff in here, so this side isn't too bad with the aphids, but they're working their way over. It's kind of a bummer because I don't know if you can see, we do have little peppers starting. And we still have these ones from the summer that haven't ripened yet. So we'll see. It's all learning experiences. Sorry, try not to trip. It's the last thing I need to do is trip on my face. But I think that's it, you guys. I'm going to try to come up with something super exciting next week. Maybe I will introduce you to a few more of my other pets, because I got snakes, y'all. All right. I look forward to chatting with you guys next week. Go plant yourself.